In this video, we refurbish this old antique pine. Follow along as we restore this old siding to its former glory.
Today's April 1st. April Fools. We are still quarantined. The original stay-at-home order was supposed to end on April 12th. It was extended to April 30th or 20th, I don't know anymore. But it looks like we're gonna be stuck without jobs for another month. So
be productive with the bus.
I don't want to do today, but Amber is picking up the slack for both of us. She's full of energy and excitement to work during this quarantine. Yesterday, we got a whole bunch of wood sorted through. Amber's sister came help us. My brother came help us. I was not confident that this wood was enough to do the bus, but now that we have it all out and kind of sorted through, I'm still not confident enough to do it, but it's very close. I think we have just enough or just not enough. Yeah. So we will find out pretty soon here. This is a cypress tongue and groove. A lot of the tongue and groove is broken, but that will help us. I've talked to some people who do tongue and groove on the ceiling, because that's where this is gonna go. This is gonna go on the ceiling. And in some spots, in some angles, they say it's super hard to do tongue and groove, and even suggested not doing tongue and groove. So I think that these with the broken tongue and groove will allow for some flexibility, but also where the tongue and groove is still in place will also help hold it together. So currently, a lot of the boards have bad ends on them. You know, they look like this. They're also full of nails. You can see the nails. So we are refurbishing nearly 100-year-old wood. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an art. It takes patience. It takes delicate hands. This wood is very hard right now.
But it likes to crack where the nails are.
It likes to crack. It doesn't like to give up the nails. The nails in this wood have been bonded now for decades, so they are a bit attached, you can say. So what I did yesterday right here is I chopped off all the bad ends. Amber, her sister, and my brother have been denailing all day yesterday. I chopped the ends and sorted them out, so we got different sizes here. And then these are the real big ones.
And it goes in the bucket. So after Eli cuts up all this wood, then we will get out the planer, and you'll see that
Now.
I have been working on planing these for the last 2 days, and it's finally done. I think this project took 5 days in all. 2 days denailing everything, and about 3 days planing all the boards. But now they look so pretty. A lot of them have cool little like zebra stripes almost. And we intentionally left some of that paint on to help out with the antique look, and so that it didn't need to be perfect. And I don't think you'll see these again until they go on the ceiling.
For our ceiling, we refurbished some old pine by denailing it, then planing it. The labor it took to refurbish these boards and carefully put them up was extensive, but you really can't be free. And I think these antique boards are full of beautiful character. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments below if it was worth it. We started in the middle of the bus and built out from there. The bus was furred before spray foaming. If you're looking to see how the bus was furred out and insulated, check out our video on that here. We also only did half the bus at first for a few reasons. One, we weren't sure we would have enough wood to cover the entire ceiling, so we stopped it where we planned to wall off the back half. And second, we needed to first wire the bus and bring the wiring up and over to the side where the electrical is meeting. We chose to do our wiring after spray foam, just in case we ever need to mess with our wires. They will be easier to find. Since a lot of the tongue and groove were not usable or missing, we used wood glue and nails to secure the planks to the wood studs of the ceiling. And one last note, if you spray foamed your bus like we did with closed cell insulation, we recommend using a curry comb to shave down the excess.
This wood, my dad yanked off the siding of an old house. The house was built in 1930s. So this wood is 90 years old, and we are repurposing it, and it's a cypress. So I'm super excited to have this. It's got some white paint on it right now. We're gonna plane them down and polyurethane them. We're not gonna put any stain. We're just gonna have it the nice natural look. So this has been sitting in the back of the shop for over a decade now. I remember putting it up there. I remember helping Dad remodel this house and shoving it up back behind the shop years ago, back when I was a freshman in high school.
And how old are you now?
I am 25 now, so.
That's over a decade.
That's over a decade.
Probably like 11 years at the
I was in the public school system, so I don't do math very well.
It's probably 11 years ago.
done the back half yet. Reason being, we want to run wires. We have not ran the wires yet, so there is no other spot in the front of the bus that we can cross under or over, because we are not doing a roof raise. We don't have much on the floor. So our only point to go all the way across is right after the windows where the bus closes in. So we're running the wires over. I've done a little bit of that. We will do the back half after we finish running all the wires and what we need. When we furred the bus out, we used 1/2-inch plywood. We ripped the board 2 inches. So these strips are 2 inches by 1/2 inch. So there's only 1/2 inch on the ceiling. We did that with the expectations of the nail shooting up through the 1/2 inch and hitting the metal stud and then coming back down, really securing the board in place. So that was our expectations, and as you can see, it performed exactly how we expected it to. So that is probably the first time that's happened on this build. This board was pretty easy to put up. I've watched people who've done these types of ceiling. I've read people's comments, and I've also talked to a handful of people who have done these in buses, and they all say it's a total pain in the butt to install. It's a total pain in the butt to install this tongue and groove on this ceiling because of the curve. The experience these people have had, they use thicker wood, and thicker by wider. This wood is only 3 inches wide, and it was fairly simple to install, besides constantly holding up a board and stuff falling in your eyes and the hot bus. Besides the difficulties of putting up a ceiling in general, this board was not that bad to install. So I would really suggest finding smaller boards to work with. They are a lot easier to work with the curve. Our final touches to finish this all up, we'll picture frame some type of molding, whatever thickness works the best, but we're pretty much just gonna box around some molding, same with the windows, and then we have a cover that'll go up here, same with the skylight up front. You'll see that at a different date. We are thrilled with the way this came out. I'm super happy to have saved money on this board. To do this whole bus would have costed $700 to $1,000 worth of board, not including polyurethanes and nails. All of our nails were left over from Dad's handyman career. The board was free. All we had to do was put a lot of elbow grease, a lot of time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears. But it is totally worth it in the end. We still need to polyurethane this, so you'll see that when that happens. If you enjoyed this, if you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe. Does not go unnoticed. We love you guys. Thanks for watching.